very quick video. It's an incredibly fast video. But first, I'll say I'm on my way home from San Antonio. I have recently won 2 Second Amendment related cases. One was, all right, I do not know what's going on. I'll start over. Apparently, this isn't going to be a fast video. Anyway, I beat the ATF and the city of San Antonio on an alleged SBR short-barreled rifle case when my client clearly had a pistol. And then today I'm just getting back from a 3-hour probable cause hearing where the judge found in my favor and my client's favor that there was no probable cause for the arrest of disorderly conduct because my client was open carrying. Both cases in San Antonio, both cases win cases, and that gives me a 100% success rate still to this day on Second Amendment cases. Now, my First Amendment cases, thanks to Smith County, my percentage is starting to go down, but I think I'm going to win those on appeal. All right, here's what this video is about, and it's not my Mandalorian diff classes, okay? Yes, I'm a nerd. I know these look weird, but they're diff, and they're from they're Mandalorian style. So suck it up if you don't like my tacky glasses. My wife doesn't like them either. All right. Here's what I'm gonna say. I was sent the new video that John Lang, and I don't know if that's his real name or not. That's the only reason I put it in quotations, because I don't know who he is. I don't know his real name. So that doesn't mean any disrespect. But I just want to make very clear, the hatchet's buried. I get it. But what I'll say is in the future, and this really goes to John or anyone else, okay, if you're going to come at me with something and you're going to create a video and go, oh, CJ was wrong, you know what? You have every right to do that. I'm not going to stop you on that. But what I would just ask is have the courtesy to call me. I want to make sure you have all your information correct, because if you're going to blast me with a video and not use complete information or use false information, at least let me give you the right information, so when you make your bashing video, at least I know that you're doing it, having the right information. So anyway, that said, I have nothing against John Lang. Just like him. I really just have no opinion, because I don't really, I mean, I've seen ATA videos in the past, but not enough that I can even form an opinion, because quite frankly, I really don't have time to make or even watch videos. But I also believe in, letting bygones be bygones. I don't hold grudges, and I'll tell you why, because, holding a grudge is like drinking poison and hoping that someone else dies from it. Holding a grudge doesn't hurt anyone but yourself. And so I'm very, very forgiving. And I could tell you, literally, there is one person in my life that will never receive my forgiveness. And it's Steve Ermis, okay? Never, ever, ever. There is nothing he can do that I'm aware of. I mean, who knows? He might surprise me. Maybe he hands me $1 million bill and says, look, I'm sorry, can you forgive me? Okay, for $1 million, yeah, I'll forgive you. But there's really nothing that guy will do to ever earn my forgiveness. But for the most part, everyone else, I let bygones be bygones. People make mistakes, and I understand that. And so I have nothing against John. I don't think John has anything against me. And holding grudges is the best way to never forget. But see, I want to forget. I want to forget those people who have harmed me in the past, for the most part, because I think because of those people who have harmed me in the past, I've come out on top, and they've, I think, for the most part, have learned their lesson that, I am the epitome of trying to be ethical. And when I make mistakes, I admit that I made mistakes. When I come to court and I've made a mistake, I admit to the judge, I made a mistake. I mean, hell, today in my motion, I was actually arguing 2 things in my motion. And then upon doing further research, I recognized that one of my 2 claims in my motion was premature and not timely. the first thing I said when I got to the court is, Judge, I need to withdraw that second claim in my motion because after I have a legal basis for it. I'll tell them straight up. I do this all the time. I'm very 100% honest, even when it's to my detriment, because I have no skeletons in my closet. But I just well, thankfully I don't have an ex-wife to hate. But I guarantee you, if I had an ex-wife, it's probably because of something I did. So I couldn't hate my ex-wife, because my ex-wife would probably be doing something, would probably be divorcing me because I'm an asshole. Anyway, that's it. That's the video. And I want to say that, John doesn't have to worry about me anymore. I didn't necessarily make that video. I didn't want to flame. I would have just preferred that the correct information get put out there. I was willing to let him do it so he could even earn the money on the click views of putting out the correct information. But he didn't do that, and he said go ahead and make your own video, so I did. That's it, guys. You guys take care, be safe, be free. If you got a Second Amendment case in Texas, send it my way. The legislative session is over. We got several great bills passed, one of which, of course, is removing short-barreled rifles from the prohibited weapons list under Texas law, and the other one is banning red flag laws in Texas. And then there's a few others. I'm trying to remember what this other one was. Oh, there was one that makes it easier to sue to get rid of bad district attorneys and other elected officials. So it was very successful legislative session. I will say the only failure that I feel bad of an entity or anyone that leases government property cannot 6 or 30-7, and it was really geared towards the state fair up in Fort. Unfortunately, that bill did not pass. I also tried to get a pro se bill passed that would make it easier for defendants who are pro se to get discovery, to actually get discovery, and of course the lawyers hated it, and it just didn't go anywhere. I didn't even get a hearing on that. I'm going to fight that more next session. But overall, the session's over. I'm back to doing my own cases and trying to build back up my clientele. So if you got any 2A cases, let me know, and I will see you guys later. Look at that, 8 minutes and 30 seconds. I think that's a record.